For first-time entrepreneur C Bansal, the ability to stake out on his own and start a molded pulp packaging company was the path that came easy. What turned out to be a bigger challenge was convincing India's traditional banks to fund his fabrication aspirations. Bansal, a PhD from IIT Mumbai, was confident he could self-fabricate the machines. But the bank ironically trusted his IIT degree more than his design capabilities. In the end, Bansal had to agree to import one machine while the bank allowed him to self-fabricate another. The sting in the tail came when the imported machine failed to deliver while the self-fabricated one left customers asking for more.
To everybody's surprise, the machine which I self-fabricated gave us a very good result, and the market accepted and liked the product which is fabricated. Unfortunately, the machine which I bought it from outside didn't give me the good results. The product was not like that. The self-fabricated machine had much more scope than the product itself. Product could not give me that much profit, though it gave me the NEC's profits, but the profits from the machinery supplies was much more.
And so in 1985, the SM Group was born, with the setting up of its first factory in the village of Sangrur in Punjab. Even the government was forthcoming with its help because of Sangrur's backward status and granted exemptions to the SM Group, which greatly helped the young entrepreneur. Being one of the largest factories there, the SM Group in return spread some much needed economic prosperity in the area through the employment that it generated.
We were perhaps the second largest income tax payer over there. So that gives me another strength, because the government has gotten some policies for technical entrepreneur or for the backward area unit. When you put it, you get a lot of benefits of the income tax for 8 years, and I definitely took advantage of those benefits, the tax benefits which the government has given. As a result, I could create a lot of capital, and that capital I utilized for further projects.
From molded pulp packaging, the SM Group gradually diversified into defense ammunition. For a chemical engineer like Bansal, whose first love had been cellulose technology, this was a natural extension of his engineering application, a love that led him to develop the first indigenous combustible cartridge cases for the Indian Army. These cases, at a fraction of the earlier cost, were for the Army's main battle tanks, the Arjuna, the T-72 and the T-90, and are still being used today. A massive achievement for Bansal, for which he was awarded a National Indigenization Award in 1997.
There was a proposal of Minister of Defence to go in for a turnkey project or a project for making combustible cartridge cases, which was never made in India. I gave an offer, they called me, I gave them dummies, prototype samples without explosive, I gave it, and it was a surprise for them. They gave me 6 months to make, I gave them within 15 days. And the director and the authorities, they jumped, practically the director jumped from his chair and typed the samples, and immediately the process of giving me this way orders was hastened, they were accelerated to the extent, in fact this prototype was acting as a catalyst to get me the further orders, commercial orders, and I got it.
Taking the company to the next level is Bansal's son Ashish, an IIT and Georgia Tech graduate. Ashish, who joined the company in 2003, has helped SM Group diversify into bulletproof jackets, vehicle armour and tactical software solutions. For both father and son though, the primary focus has always been R&D, a practice that has led them to innovate world-class products right here in India. Products such as boron carbide armour, modular cartridge cases and VVIP armour shields are taking not just India but the world by storm. And SM Group, after proving its mettle in India, has major plans to reach out to this very promising foreign market.
And the velocity till this will be same.
We make unique product from our R&D thing. Those unique products are not giving any competition or any competitor to come in front of us, So there is hardly anything. Like ceramic, there is nobody. Boron carbide is nobody in India. We are the unique. Rather, you will find in whole Asia, we are the only ones.
Boron carbide plates, which we are now the only 5th company in the world to manufacture such plates. And we are in fact the first one in India. Somebody from a very large company, which is a very huge international company, coming down and telling us, all right guys, how can you possibly make this in this way where we've not been able to make it out this way, and it's been our own innovation in making that. So it was really, you felt really happy hearing it out that you've developed something which others have not been able to.
In a post-2611 scenario where every military or paramilitary force understands that the difference between life and death is often the quality of the armor, there's an ever-increasing demand for SM Group's products. With their cutting-edge technology developing top-notch products, the SM Group today boasts of clients such as the SPG, Marine Commandos, CRPF, Mumbai Police, Assam Rifles and Force One, to name just a few.
Recently there was a tender with the CRPF for 59,000 jackets. In fact, we were the only company whose samples never got rejected in any of these evaluations. Our samples, both samples had passed in all stages of evaluations every time. So that was a big model booster for us, when everybody else was getting rejected. So we've, I guess the idea, the people have now started appreciating quality. They really understand that now a good quality product is required, especially after 2611. And that's a very good atmosphere for companies like us who are more interested in selling out good quality products.
In their relentless journey towards innovative and high-class products, it is no surprise that a startup of 1985 is now a conglomerate spanning over 5 companies. And for this father-son duo, the journey to arm and empower our nation's forces marches on.